so in love with you.
Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers. Now, the data is in, and today we're going to talk about all things Lennar. And if you're interested or currently in the process of purchasing a Lennar, I think that this video is going to be extra helpful in determining whether or not you should move forward with the transaction. And what we're going to do today is really listen to all of the recent homeowners. We're going to listen to the good and we're going to listen to the bad. And I was able to find both. The market thinks that Lennar is doing a great job. If we just look at their stock over the last year, we can see that their stock is near 1-year high, sitting at about $126. So the market thinks that Lennar is doing absolutely wonderful. Now, one of the reasons that I personally believe, in just my opinion, that the stocks are doing so well for all new home builders is because they're offering outrageous, incredible, really, buying incentives right now. For example, when we look at the buying incentive that Lennar is offering as of the making of this video for most metro areas in Texas, we can see that Lennar is offering an astonishing 4.2% locked fixed interest rate, receiving up to $10,000 towards closing costs. That is absolutely astonishing. Now, they've extended this through August 31st, but this is an absolutely amazing buying incentive. Essentially, it allows new home builders to etch out a piece of the housing market because basically resale homeowners can't compete with that. If I purchase a resale home, I'll probably get a 7.25. My mortgage payment could be $600 to $700 higher per month just because I purchased used. And if that crazy buying incentive wasn't enough, look at what else is happening in my local housing market. When we take a look at Austin, Lennar is shaving the prices off of their houses like crazy. This first house is nearly $200,000 off. That is a substantial markdown. And you can see this price here, over $100,000 off. So Lennar is actively cutting the prices on inventory across many metro areas. Again, it's starting in Texas. But then the question becomes, who cares about these price cuts and buying incentives if the house isn't going to be built correctly? In other words, there's a tremendous amount of reviews and rumors out there that are essentially saying that purchasing a new home build right now is extremely risky. And we've interviewed people on my channel, Miriah and her husband, and they've warned us about potential pitfalls of purchasing from Lennar. But what I'm going to do, you guys, is we're going to stick with the recent reviews. We're only going to take a look at reviews in July of 2023. And I was able to find an additional review source that had over 11,000 reviews for Lennar. And there's actually some good reviews. So again, we'll look at both good reviews and bad reviews, really whatever the most recent reviews are. I'm going to add New Home Source as a new review site for Lennar. This is actually pretty huge. There's 11,700 reviews from New Home Source just on Lennar. So that's a ton of reviews. Now, the total star rating for Lennar, according to this site, is higher than anything we've ever seen, sitting at 3.7 stars out of 5 stars. Now, when we scroll down here and we categorize the reviews from newest to oldest, we can start seeing some of the reviews from what appears to be the recent homeowners. Now, let's start with the very first review. Now, the very first review was July 28th, again, of this year in Westfield, Indiana, and they're essentially saying that Lennar has exceptional customer service. So that's a great review. Literally, the very first review is a great review. Now let's go to this next review. Now this review was July 27th, and this is a decent review. Love the warranty, felt the actual quality was less luxury than expected. We picked a Lennar home because after looking at all of the builders in our area, and there were a lot, we loved that Lennar's homes include everything and have a more upgraded feel to them. However, since living in the home, we do feel the actual quality is lower than our last home we lived in. We've had multiple cracks in the baseboards, some little issues with the towel racks and faucets, and just a handful of small things that are a bother considering how expensive homes are and considering we thought Lennar was the best after looking into many builders. The good news is the warranty has been very good with us. They are quick to respond and easy to work with, super kind and considerate. I would rate the warranty and working with them a 10 for 10 for sure. You guys, that's a really, really refreshing review because it's going into the warranty process. So I would say that's a decent review, although they've rated the quality of a Lennar as 2-star, but that was done July 27th in Saratoga Springs, Utah. Now let's go to the next comment right here. This next comment says disappointed. This was July 27th of 2023. This was in Fate, Texas. This is a 2-star rating. After our third-party inspection, the construction super assured us all of the items would be addressed by closing inspection. Half were not. It took weeks for him to address the deficiencies after closing. I had to contact him multiple times to have the repairs addressed. One item is a tiled roof vent. The construction inspector contacted the roofing company and they said it is good enough. I expected Lennar to hold their contractors responsible for quality workmanship and fight for the home buyer, but they did not. Every time I pull in the driveway, I see the tilted roof vent and it makes me frustrated with Lennar for how they handled it. So not really a good review. Now here's a very interesting review. This next review is from July 27th of 2023. This is in Henderson, Nevada, so basically Las Vegas. Now at first it says the total score is 5 stars, but when you go down the list, everything is actually 1 star except responsiveness, which is 2-star. So I'm not sure why the total score shows that when the reality is it's not. Let's read what this verified home buyer has to say. Day 2, our downstairs bathroom. Bedroom filled with raw sewage due to a sewage valve installed backwards. For the last 7 weeks, we've been dealing with repairs which have been horrible. Quality of work is below standard. Poor communication from all stress of repairs have been placed on my wife, which is ridiculous. And that has been fixed. Now we're dealing with upstairs bedroom flooring issue. Floor has a low spot, which somehow was missed on inspection, and our dryer vent was stuccoed shut. The quality of the $500,000 home is concerning. Not happy at all. So that's a very, very discouraging review right there for obvious reasons. Going to the next review, this was July 27th. Again, this is a 5-star review. I don't know why it's a 5-star review when literally all of the categories show less than 5 stars. It doesn't make sense to me. But this is what Robert has to say. He's in Texas as well. The home buying was amazing, but since then, you call or email, it's no response at all. Very frustrating. Too many issues afterwards to write. Just not very happy. So again, I don't know why that shows 5-star review. I wonder if it's really 3.7 stars when they're ranking some of this 5 stars when it's not. That's very strange to me. Let's read a couple more and then let's go into the Better Business Bureau. Okay, here's the next one. Again, another one in July 27th. This is in Bowie, MD, and this was a great review. Everything is okay. The home is beautiful. Everything's 5-star rating except quality. They're rating quality at 3 stars. Let's go to the next review. This next review is July 27th from Foley, Alabama, and this is titled Expectations versus Delivery. When we walked the development before choosing Lennar, we looked at lots and noticed construction development and home quality. That's one thing I do a lot on my channel, actually. One thing we noticed is all the homes had Carrier heat pumps. When we came down to walk for inspection, we were given a different brand of heat pump. Lennar has now gone back to Carrier for the remaining 15 lots in the neighborhood. There are 2 lots with cheaper brand heat pumps, ours and one other out of 90 homes. When we spoke to the sales team, we were told the contract language allows them to use different vendors. They are right that it is what the contract states, but there is an expected level of quality. If 85% of the homes have one brand, then only 2 have a cheaper brand. We were told there was nothing that we could do and no financial compensation was offered. This is called bait and switch. Well, Lennar will never get a recommendation from me to any family or friends. I would have no problem if half of the homes had one brand and the other half another, especially with supply chain issues. But that is not the case. I guess saving $1,500 each on 2 lots means more than their reputation. I also called out the fascia around exterior that needs repair. The patch on the dining room ceiling drywall is not correct. The shoe molding that has never been completed at the cabinets, and the garage entrance that won't work. We have gotten no response. The difference between response before closing and after they get your money is a very sad business model. They are not the worst built homes in Baldwin County, but beware of bait and switch. Pretty powerful statement, that last statement. And the last one here, you guys, again, July 27th, everything within about a week from recording this. Repairs took too long, have to wait for workers to arrive, disrupts the day waiting on workers when you have other things to do. 3-star rating is 3-star rating here as well. So we got some good reviews and then we got some pretty concerning reviews. Let's hop on over now to the Better Business Bureau and see how they did there. All right, guys, going to the Better Business Bureau, again, sorting with the most recent, we get our first complaint here. Now, this first complaint was July 14th of 2023. Now, this is a bit long. Let's read what they have to say. We moved into our home in May 30th of 2023. That Friday, we got our home, June 2nd, and water was pouring through our roof, through the light in the laundry room. Again, you guys, I'm only sorting this by the most recent. This is very interesting. We discovered it was due to a part of our roof being unfinished. We called the emergency phone number provided on our documentation, and the phone number does not work. I had to call the customer service line and spoke to someone. They said no one would be out until the following Monday to look at it. So we had to live with the water leaking in our brand new home all weekend. Took over 3 weeks to get it all complete. Next, our brand new dishwasher that came with the home went out after 2 uses, and they passed fixing it onto me and reach out to GE Appliances. As of 2 days ago, July 12th, our brand new, looks like dishwasher they installed is not cooling our home. Okay, it looks like air conditioning. Called the emergency line again, still not working. Called customer service. They said they would reach out to the blank company and would receive a call that night. Nothing happened. Never got a call. Geez, this is brutal. Our house was 86 degrees inside. We have a baby. Instead, the next day we got a call that people would be out between 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. that showed up around 1:30 p.m. They did nothing at all their visit. They just kept saying how hot it was inside the house and found a vent in the living room that it was not putting out air. They said they do not need to go into the attic to check insulation and the ducts, but they couldn't because it's too hot. Well, if it's too hot, check it. Imagine living in it. It's now Friday, July 14th. We called our Lennar rep and got sent to voicemail, received a text saying, we'll call you back, no call back, revised, no update. Company will get back to us. We have a whole section of sod missing on our house, no response on that since the day we moved in. They didn't reset our irrigation system. Our water bill is now $820. Now imagine the upcoming electric bill from the issues. Please help. I don't know what to say to that. I mean, that's pretty strong, you know. And this is the response. This looks like a boilerplate response from Lennar through Better Business Bureau. This is the response to that. Thank you for taking the time to share your experience of getting items resolved with us. I'm sorry you aren't satisfied with the way your items have been handled. I opened a corporate case for you and notified upper management to review and assist in addressing. And this is pretty wild stuff. Again, you guys, I won't read this whole thing. I'm going to go on to another one, but this is all bad. Here's another one from July 13th, pretty heavy stuff. It's going to go into exterior stuff. Pretty much same response from Lennar. You guys can go down here again, another complaint, July 11th. All of these are pretty much complaints. And again, these are really, really pretty heavy stuff. And again, the same response, same response. And this is all July, by the way, of this year, July of 2023. Every single complaint that is, flashing through the screen. And when we go to the consumer affairs, we see Lennar has a 1.2 star rating, but they only have 69 reviews. I'm going to let you guys go back to this if you really want to dig in here, but I can assure you guys, again, when we look through this first review here is from July 30th. Literally, you guys, one day ago. Now, this first one is actually a great review. So they have a great review. Their most recent one on here, great review, 5-star review, pretty wonderful. And then we go into some pretty horrible reviews. The next one being July 24th. 1-star review, pretty crazy stuff, talking about the tile and it cracking and things like that. And when we scroll down a little bit further, again, 1-star review, July 19th, another 1-star review, July 19th, another 1-star review, July 19th, another 1-star review, June 29th. And then we have a 4-star review, June 12th. Another 1-star review, 1-star review. I mean, there's a lot. Geez Louise. I mean, it just keeps going, you guys. There's pages of this stuff. So in conclusion, there are some people that are happy with purchasing a Lennar, and then there are some people that are not happy with purchasing a Lennar. Now, if it's me, some of the things that are going to concern me, a primary thing is actually the arbitration agreement that is within the special warranty deed. Essentially, the arbitration agreement, from things that I have read, makes it to where it's really difficult to sue the builder if you think that you should even sue them to begin with. Regardless if I still want to purchase a house, one of the things that I'm going to do if I'm a consumer is make sure that I have representation, and I'm going to make sure that I get as many home inspections throughout the construction process as possible. And I'm going to make sure that whatever builder that I choose completes those repairs prior to closing the transaction. Very, very important to understand that. Now, other than that, you guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you can, one more time, like this video, comment below. Let me know if this was helpful to you. And if you're out there investing in real estate, you know I wish you luck, and I hope you win.